Hello, 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 and welcome back to Whole Lotta with Justin and
Nathan.
yeah, that's me. I'm
Yeah.
actually Nathan.
Yeah, sometimes we forget who we are. It's all right.
Yeah, sometimes you switch it up.
Yeah, why not? Gotta make it interesting.
Nothing else to do, so.
No, it's not like anyone listens to this anyway.
Also, yeah, listeners, and for the listeners, I'm wondering, my drive home was not as bad as I thought it would be.
Oh, that's what we call a callback. Ah, nice one. Good. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't that bad. I meant to ask you about that, but I completely forgot.
I left a little later in the day. It was a Sunday, so most of the traffic really wasn't there. That made the drive a lot better. Then it got to night, and luckily I wasn't tired, and there was no cars out, so I could kind of just do my thing.
Sure. That's awesome. Well, before we get started, I just want to say we got our first follower on Twitter. It's someone we know, the lovely, long, tall, lanky German kid that we all know and love, Tristan. Thanks.
Let's go.
Thanks for the follow. We have a Twitter. It's what I'm talking about. Whole lot of PC, at Whole lot of PC on Twitter. Follow us, message us, interact with us. We would love that.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it for introductions. So let's get right into it. Oh, we didn't do pre-planning. I don't even know what order of products we're doing.
Well, today's episode is a little more for the dudes, I would say. You get a little more towards the dudes.
Yeah, this is definitely for dudes.
Ladies, if you're looking to get your dude a gift, this might be a good episode for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dudes, if you're looking to put money into this might be a good episode for you as well.
Yeah, and if we had cameras, this would be a very interesting episode.
Yes.
But we don't. So
this would then be an episode for everybody.
Yes, it would. Well, we're doing underwear.
Yeah, dudes underwear.
Specifically, like boxer briefs.
Yeah, boxer brief types of things. Maybe. So I know some of them are kind of like a little bit like a compression shirts as well, but boxer briefs for the most part.
Yeah. So, what do you want to start off with? And I know we don't have the same lineup, so.
I'm gonna start off with the Hanes.
Hanes. What am I wearing right now? Okay, let me go get some Hanes. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're doing underwear. We're going to start off with Hanes. I just got naked and changed. I'm fully naked, but not anymore because I'm wearing underwear. So how do your Hanes feel, Nathan?
They're pretty comfortable. They don't, I like these because they don't bunch up too much when I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
Not too loose, obviously. I have newer pairs. So, in my opinion, the newer for these type of underwear is better because it just feels better.
Sure.
But
My
you can
pair
also,
is...
I would say I've had these before. They do seem to last like forever. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because my pair is older. This is an older pair. This isn't a brand new pair. They're definitely like not the softest pair of underwear I've ever had. It's not like every underwear is soft. I just mean to the touch. Like you don't feel it wrapped around your torso. I've never had a coarse pair of underwear, but in terms of the actual material, if I'm rubbing my fingers over it, it's a little harder than other ones. But again, I don't feel it. They're nice and snug. I never get bunched up. It holds everything nicely, and they do last forever. Outside of this specific pair has, I don't know what side, right under the elastic band, it's starting to separate, so there's some very small holes starting to form right under the band, but I've had these for a very long time, so if that's all that's happened, pretty durable.
Yeah, that's one thing, because usually I don't buy too much underwear because it's just expensive.
It really is.
Because it seems like it just lasts forever as well.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
same with socks. I usually don't buy a lot of socks anywhere because they usually last forever. And I personally don't care if my unmentionables have a hole or two and whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't really care about holes, but it always seems like I need more for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe you just
Like,
eat
I'll
them too
have
much.
plenty, but then I'll be like, but what if, like, I need more? I don't know why I think that.
Maybe you just love underwear.
Oh,
You should just be an underwear model.
hey, that's an idea.
Yeah, you need a job, so
Yeah.
why not? Okay, well, where do you put Hanes?
I'll probably put it at number 1.
Yeah, I think I'll put it at number 1 too, just because I don't have a choice. Wasn't Hanes didn't Michael Jordan? Wasn't he like the spokesperson for Hanes for a while? Or am I crazy? I associate Michael Jordan with a certain brand of underwear.
Was he?
Let's look real quick.
Really?
I could have sworn Michael Jordan Hanes. Yep. Yes.
Huh. That's
Yes.
interesting.
Michael Jordan was the spokesperson in the early 2000s for Hanes, unless he still is, because in 2019 there's a bunch of articles that says Hanes and Michael Jordan celebrate 30-year partnership. So maybe he is still partnered, but I don't see the commercials anymore. But
Yeah,
I remember.
I don't really watch TV anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, yeah, the Michael Jordan underwear, number 1 so far.
Yep.
You know what
Alright.
else is number 1?
Me.
Damn it, you took my joke. I was gonna say that. Alright, fine. Show's over. Go home. I'm
Okay.
done.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, no,
No.
Justin, you got some news.
Yeah, I bought a new phone after about 3 years. I usually wait 2 to 3 years before I get a new phone. I would wait
2 to 3 years.
Yeah, every 2 to 3 years.
Man, I usually
It's
try to
usually
go
my check.
4 to 5 years.
I try to
just
do that.
because I feel like I spend so much money on a phone. Like I kind of want it to last a little longer.
I agree. I completely agree. But at least all of my previous phones, I don't know if it's because I mean I use them a lot, but I don't think I use them like an unusual amount. But usually by the end of the lifespan, there's always something wrong that I was not the cause of. Like my first phone. The phone itself wouldn't work. You couldn't make phone calls unless they were on speakerphone. And I never
really weird.
messed up the speaker. The GPS also stopped working. My previous phone gets really hot when you plug it in to charge it, or Android Auto, so much to the point where like the phone is like, hey, it's too hot. And also the battery life doesn't last a day. These are things I can't unfortunately control. I mean, I guess planned obsolescence.
The battery life on my phone is also kind of dwindling, and the OS on it, or whatever software it's using,
It's starting to get laggy.
yeah, it's getting a little bit laggy, a little unresponsive sometimes. Sometimes it just feels like it's randomly doing things, even though I'm not clicking on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is,
I understand. Yeah, I'd love to keep them for as long as I can, and I mean I do, but as long as I can usually equates to 2 or 3 years, just because stuff always ends up
yeah.
not working, which sucks because like you said, you pay so much money for these things and whatever. But yeah, it was time. I graduated from the OnePlus 7 Pro, which is what Nathan had or has. And I bought myself the Samsung Z Flip 4. It's a foldable, but not the one that opens up into a tablet, just like a regular flip phone kind of foldable. A clamshell, if you will. I got the... Huh? What?
How have you been enjoying it so far?
It's been a weird experience so far. So let me just run through what I got, and then I'll answer that question. So I got there's a bunch of colors that you could buy. You could even customize your own colors, the top half, the bottom half, and the metal rails around the phone. I ended up customizing it to have both the top and the bottom be like a dark navy or like army green, and the rails to be black. I think it looks pretty nice. I've never had a green phone before, so I figured it'd be a nice change of pace.
I feel like green phone could be kind of cool.
Yeah. has 8 gigs of RAM. You can't change that. All of them have 8 gigs of RAM. And then the storage options were 124 or 125, whatever, 256 and 512. I got the 256 because I got it during the pre-order promotion period where Samsung was automatically upgrading you to the 256 for the price of the 120 whatever. I also don't need 512 gigabytes on my phone.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
For a phone.
Exactly. The OnePlus had 256, and I never filled it up over the 3 years. I don't even think I got to halfway.
I think at most I'm at like maybe 50 gigabytes, and that's because like I kind of just stopped caring. It was like, well, this is never filling up anyways, so I'll just put everything on my phone now.
Exactly. I know. Yeah. I used to care in the beginning, but whatever.
Yeah. Maybe they'll care in the futures when they decide to make phones more like computers.
Yeah. Every day it's getting closer.
Yep.
The 8 gigabytes of RAM should be fine. I mean, I got 12 in the last phone. I don't think anyone needs 12 gigabytes of RAM in a phone. I mean, I sure as hell didn't, but I bought it anyway just because, future-proofing. Why not? Whatever. So my experience with this phone, it's been very weird so far. I've had very good experiences and very bad experiences, and I don't know if those bad experiences are chalked up to just like, first few day phone jitters. Sometimes new tech acts weird when you first get it. So I guess I'll start off with the positives. I love the fold. I love the fact that this thing folds into half its size and takes up less space in my pocket. I have plenty of pants that I've had to stop wearing because I can't. The phones are too big nowadays. They would just fall out every time I'd sit down.
I feel like I don't really get that issue.
Yeah, I unfortunately did. I have a couple pairs of pants that just have stupidly shallow pockets. I don't know why. I don't have to worry about that now, which is cool. I love the features that come with the Fold, too. Some of them are very gimmicky. I haven't really tried everything out yet. I only got this phone, 3 or 4 days ago. But I've tried out a majority of the stuff. The notable things that you could do with the Fold are... There's a second screen on the front where you can check your notifications, play music, do basic features and tasks that you wouldn't, do normally by looking at your phone, but just without even opening your phone. Respond to texts, answer calls, change the song, look at your calendar, etc., etc., etc. And what's cool about having the clamshell closed is not only that front screen, but the cameras. The back-facing cameras are now front-facing cameras, so you can use the better cameras to take selfies if that's what you are into. I don't really take a lot of selfies, but you could just quickly hit the power button 2 times, and then the little screen turns into a viewfinder, and you can see your face, and you can take selfies with the or video of your face with the front-facing cameras, which is really cool.
Yeah, interesting.
Another cool thing with the cameras is that if you have the phone fully open and you're taking a photo of someone else, you could turn on something called Live View. And again, it turns on the second screen as a viewfinder. So the subject that you're taking a photo of can see themselves in real time. So, you no longer have to hear the question of, do I look good? Or, have to pose them around and be like, move to the left. Oh, move to the right. Oh, move down. They could just do it themselves because they can see themselves.
Fun.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some of the other things you could do are... a lot of Android phones, I don't know if iPhone does this, but I know a lot of modern Android phones do dual screen or dual app capabilities on one screen where, like Windows, where you can split up your screen real estate between multiple apps. And this phone makes it even easier because there's a, literal crease in the middle of the screen, so it splits it into 2. So you can fold it like a 90-degree angle and have like the internet on the bottom screen while you're watching YouTube on the top screen. You can also do wacky things like, this is something more gimmicky that I don't think I'll ever use. I do want to try it though. I just haven't gotten to. You can flip it up 90 degrees, have something on the top screen like the internet, and the bottom screen is a trackpad. And there'll be a literal cursor, like a computer, that you can control your phone with. I don't know why you'd want to do that.
Yeah, you can't.
But
I was going to say that sounds really cool, but then the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm kind of like, it's a touchscreen. There's not a whole lot
Yeah,
of reason
exact-
for that on a phone.
Yeah, I don't really know what the purpose of that is.
See, maybe like
I
a
c-
keyboard, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can have a keyboard on the bottom screen if you want,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Samsung also is like, yeah, you could bend the phone 90-degree angle and hold it and record video like a camcorder. I don't like why. Why would anyone ever need to do that? It doesn't
I mean,
make sense.
So may as well. Hey, more features isn't bad.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm not complaining that they're
Yeah.
there. It's just, it's clearly very gimmicky. But that's what I signed up for because I'm pretty sure we've talked about this on a past
Yeah.
episode.
I think it was
I
the
love
last
gimmick
one. Was
phones.
about 2 episodes ago.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
gimmick phones. Like if the phone doesn't have a gimmick, it's
something a little different than like the cardboard cutout phone.
exactly. Even if I don't ever really end up using the main gimmick for extra features outside of it looking cool, I don't care. I'm spending.
Yeah.
I'm spending up to at this point now. Phones are over $1,000. I want the experience of my phone to be enjoyable. I want it to be cool, fun, whatever.
Yeah. I want to not have the same phone as everybody else, even though it's from a different company with a different name.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not because I'm contrarian.
Not
or
not
trying
trying to be different, just
No, I just
nice.
I like it.
Have
It's nice.
variety.
Yeah, variety is the spice of life. It's nice. I'll quickly touch on the things that I don't like. And some of these I don't know. Again, I might chalk it up to just the first day jitters because I restarted my phone and after having it on for a couple days and everything seems to be better. So I don't know. But in the beginning, the performance was weird. It was almost like there was a lag or a lack of sensitivity on the touchscreen. Sometimes my inputs wouldn't get picked up, and sometimes certain swipes and whatnot would there'd be a noticeable input lag. That's since gone away, but it was weird. The facial recognition also was not working at all for the first 4 days. It just wouldn't pick up my face no matter what I did. But again, that has also so far been fixed just by restarting my phone. Now it's pretty much instant, which is how it should be. So yeah, a couple weird software things. I also haven't used a Samsung phone with One UI, their current OS. The last time I used a Samsung phone was with TouchWiz, their very, very old OS. So this is all new to me.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that I don't have a in-screen fingerprint reader again. It's just back to a button on the side of the phone. It's good. It works very well, but I just love the in-screen fingerprint reader. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm missing one camera. I don't have a telephoto lens anymore. It's a minor thing, but it still sucks because I had one on the previous phone. Gosh, what else? Oh, the haptic feedback, the haptic engine they use in this phone. Maybe all Samsung phones. I don't know, but at least this one kind of sucks. It's pretty not great. It feels very cheap, and that's kind of disappointing. The last phone, really good,
Yeah,
surprisingly.
It's a little weird, but
Yeah, I know, a little weird. And of course, iPhones, that's one of their shining features. Great haptics. This is not that great, unfortunately. I don't like it. It feels cheap. Otherwise, like I said, I've only had this for 4 or 5 days, but so far, so okay.
do you think you'll enjoy it for the next 2 to 3 years?
I think so, yeah. I definitely think I will. I just need to do a little more tweaking and make
Yeah.
sure everything is fine. But
Think-
yeah,
I think something else you could be enjoying for the next 2 to 3 years.
you?
Maybe hey, hopefully if I'm still here. I'm still out and kicking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But also,
Right.
in those next 2 to 3 years, I'll probably be wearing some underwear.
I'm thinking about
Perhaps-
not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
so,
different strokes for different folks.
what's the
but,
next one? What are we doing?
Fruit of the Loom.
Fruit of the Loom. That's what I
Yeah,
was wearing.
The
So
one
let me take off.
with no, the commercial of all the dudes dressed in a fruit, and then somehow it's about underwear.
And they're a loom too.
I guess there's a loom involved. I guess that's where they got the underwear from.
Yeah, sure, something like that. All right, I am half naked again. Don't look, haha. That'd be crazy.
No, I turned away.
Okay, thanks. It's not like we're in the same room. Okay. Let me put on this new pair. Okay. Fruit of the Loom. On. So, what are your thoughts?
I mean, pretty good. Similar material to the other one.
Yeah, I would say very, 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 very similar material.
Yeah.
It feels just about as coarse. These are slightly newer, so there's no holes or anything. But honestly, it feels practically identical.
Yeah,
I really can't notice
It's not a
difference.
huge difference.
No.
I guess I would say I tend to use Hanes more, but I don't know if that just happens to be the one I buy, or...
Yeah, it's not by
Yeah.
conscious choice. It just probably happens. So where would you put this one?
Probably number 2, because I'll just stick with the one I actually wear.
Yeah,
Usually
I'm
the
gonna
Hanes.
also go with number 2 because of Michael Jordan versus a bunch of guys in fruit costumes.
Yeah, the fruit costumes were a big selling point, though.
Yeah, they were cool when they were a thing, but they're no longer a
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah, that's the big issue.
yeah, yeah, really similar. So
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it's a very light number 2, but yeah.
Yeah. So we got the Hanes, and then we got the Fruit of the Loom.
Do you think people in gamer compounds wear underwear?
I would hope so.
Yeah, because it would probably be like
Yeah.
a health hazard otherwise.
Potentially.
Yeah, well,
But
I
now
think
that you
like
mention
gamer
it,
compounds themselves
yeah, gamer
could be like
compounds-
hazards.
Maybe they're not finished being built, but they are.
Some
like,
of them are.
That's true. Some of them are works in progress.
Yeah,
But,
very much so.
What are your opinions on gamer compounds?
Well, let me explain what they are real
Let's
quick. I
go
don't
into
even.
that first. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know what they were until Nathan said let's do this for the podcast. So basically, imagine like a factory but with gamers inside of it, and the it's just like content
It's
creation,
like a
live
giant
streaming.
Industrial warehouse for playing video games. Like all the big teams, big gaming teams are making these giant, like Justin said, content creation warehouses for streaming and YouTube videos. Like TSM, 100 Thieves, they're all getting in on this.
Yes. So you might not be familiar with the concept of a gaming house that blew up relatively around, like 2010 to 2015.
Yeah, 2010-ish.
And that's like the grandfather of what this is. All of the big name teams, like moved into one house together to stream and game.
I think I don't know. Like, I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Because gaming kind of went away from like, hey, this company has one team in this one game, and then they expand it to multiple games, and so they have multiple teams, and then they don't even have just teams. They have people on like their just content creator list where they might just be like a Twitch streamer or something like that, or a YouTube video maker guy. So now I made one giant industrial warehouse where they can do all of their work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically they're just gaming houses, just, really on a larger scale. It's a cool concept, like Nathan's saying. I think it's like, it's a decent idea, especially if the team has the money, whatever, they want the space, that's fine. It just like, it gives off a...
It feels
like,
weird.
Yeah, it gives off an odd vibe, and I think the
Yeah.
reason why is because it's so corporate. It is just...
I was gonna say it feels so big corporate. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Like if I'm a gamer, maybe if I'm in like a team, and I wanna, like it'll make practice easier. Just go to one place, and then hey, we're all here. We can all just practice, coordinate, or whatever we have to do for the big tournament coming up.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, but
Yeah, very cool.
if I'm expected to kind of just show up there and like practice even on like my individual stuff, a couple days a week even. It's kind of like, well, like the locations for the gamer warehouses just seemed kind of out of the way. Like I would be taking anywhere from half an hour to an hour drive to get there. And I guess if like I had issues at my house, it's not too bad of an issue because I say, well, let me just drive over to the gamer warehouse so I can still do my stuff while like my internet's out, or maybe there's a problem with my computer not working and I can just go to the office and still keep doing my thing. But it does just seem very like if I had to go there, it seemed like it could be a bit of a drag.
Yeah, I agree. It also boils down to, well, I mean, they're on a team, so like you're saying, for team stuff, that's fine. But I don't know if they're like required to go for not team stuff, because I have good equipment at home, and I'm sure they have good equipment at home. Why would I want to go out of my way?
The sponsor probably already gave them everything they needed for their house.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like, all right, time to meet up and do something not related to our careers. It's like, I mean, can I just like not?
It's like, I gotta go work my 9 to 5 in the gamer warehouse, guys. Let me go get my streaming in.
Yeah.
I gotta hit my hours, or else the boss ain't gonna be happy with me.
Yeah. Also, when you walk into your, nice, big, beautiful gamer compound, and you enter into your Doritos Loco Tacos sponsored Taco Bell featured Mountain Dew gamer dungeon. I mean, that's literally like what these things are called. Each room is sponsored by like a different company, like the Rocket Mortgage.
I mean, I think it's kind of sweet because it's like, wow, you got this company to like give you the money to put their like name in this room. Like,
I mean, that is very cool.
What does that equate to for the company?
That is, it definitely, it feels good in the sense of like that is an accomplishment, the fact that they were able to get to a size that big. But for me, it also adds to the like soulless corporate company capitalize
like, hey,
on
guys,
gamers.
I gotta go to the Rocket Mortgage room and do nothing with the mortgage.
Yeah,
I still live at home with my parents, but I can meet up with the team and practice out for Fortnite.
Yeah. I think my biggest problem with these gamer compounds is that it kind of perfectly sums up my feeling like towards the gaming industry in one building. Everything is so, it's just become how do I word it? It's so, I don't want to just say it, I don't want to keep saying it's so corporate, but
yeah, it's like corporate. It's kind of like becoming the same business as like anything else anymore.
Yeah.
It's less about like the art form of the games making and like gamesmithing, and like it's now just about the like pushing numbers. I feel like, I guess. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious to see that that's what it's become. But yeah, you're right. These buildings portray those feelings perfectly.
I think overall it's a sick idea.
Yeah, it is.
Like a warehouse you can go and like play your games and stuff. Especially
of
probably for these gamers, because like I kind of made fun of it earlier, but like streaming at home all the time probably gets a little boring. So like, yeah, maybe I'll go to the office and stream there today, see who's around, have social interaction with people. Maybe the gamer warehouse is pretty close to a Chipotle, so I can go get Chipotle for lunch too, or something. So like it has its benefits, but like the way it's done just feels
the way it's
all about the business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way it's executed and the way it's shown to the public, it's very numbers and money first, gaming and fun second, and that's what the entire industry has become. I mean, that's what every industry has become at this point. But like, if you were alive and playing games any time before, I don't know, like 2008, like before 2008 and past 2008, there's a very different feel to where gaming is. I don't think I need to explain that, but in case I do, just a quick little thing. I mean, it started out it's always been a business. It's always been about money. Everything's always been about money. Yes, I understand that. But gaming very much felt like, at least when I was a kid, that it was about the art form. It was about, telling the story. It was about giving the player a new experience, giving them something that they paid for to enjoy, something new, something exciting, an adventure, something to talk to your friends about. And now it's very much just esports, Rocket Mortgage, loot box, microtransaction, Tostito,
so
Pizza
many
House.
Transactions.
It's
So many the games. All I don't know. Like, there are plenty of great games today, but I feel like maybe because like I'm older and like I've got more things to do. But when I was a kid, like I feel like there's so many games coming out that I would be looking forward to, and now like even if there's a game I'm looking forward to, I have to be like, well, let me give it a couple months to see what the game's really about before I decide if I want to invest my time and money into it.
I agree. This is a conversation that we could actually we could talk about this for a whole time slot. Maybe we will. But
I wasn't actually done with the Gamer Compound. You're right. I think the Gamer Compound would be a lot cool idea if I don't think any of them are, but they were like more open to like the public, because they put a lot of work into them, and a lot of the Gamer Compounds like inside are very cool, well made. But people aren't really gonna see that.
Yeah, so I didn't even say that transition to cut you off. By the way,
no, that's fine.
I actually just wanted to quickly touch on the previous point of what you said about being a kid. Some people might say like nostalgia goggles and whatnot, but like I've gone back and I've played the things from when I was a kid, and I don't like everything that I liked then now. I'd like to think I have that objective, taste difference, but it's the things that are still good from when I was a kid still are really good, and sometimes better than what is happening now. But anyway, okay, we'll go back to Gamer Compounds. But yeah, I agree. I think these things should be open to the public, at least like a tourism thing, or just like have a section for public people to go in and just tour. Or
I
just
think
play.
it'd be cool if they did it so there were rooms, like fully set up rooms. Let's just let people come in, rent their room, play there, and then be like, oh my goodness, my favorite streamer or my favorite player on like this team is here, and now here I am having a conversation with them while they're on their break in the break room or something. It's a cool experience, but
it would be neat. That's a perfect world scenario, though. I don't think that would ever happen.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the business module is for these Gamer Compounds.
Yeah, what's the end goal? I guess just pump out as much content.
Yeah, how often do they work there? Maybe some of them also seem more just like the company headquarters, but with rooms for the players to come and work. So
yeah, a lot of them had like business centers and like meeting rooms.
That's what makes sense if you have the space,
Yeah, but you're right. It does give off the feeling of like company HQ first, and then I don't know. I don't own one.
Anyways,
I've never been in one, so
something we do kind of know about our underwear.
Yeah, sometimes. Hey, sometimes I buy white underwear, and then by the end of the day, it's yellow. Why is that?
Oh, that's probably because you pissed your pants.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to give me the real answer. Okay, cool. I'll tell my doctor about that one.
Yeah, of course.
So from here on out, unfortunately, me and Nathan don't have the matching brands.
Yeah, we found some different brands that are kind of hard to find, I guess.
I had
readily available.
Yeah, we tried our best to match up, but oddly enough, I had a real tough time trying to find certain brands for whatever reason. Yeah. So, for this next one, which one are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do the one that people can probably find. I have this pair of like Under Armour like compression shirts. I'll wear them when I'm working out and stuff like that. Fairly comfortable. I feel like it gets a little too tight. Doesn't really like bunch up too much, but it does get a little tight and uncomfortable sometimes.
So you probably wouldn't wear it for everyday use.
Nah, I wouldn't wear it for everyday use. But like going to the gym or doing some other type of athletic workout isn't too bad.
Okay.
It's fairly good for that.
What brand?
Under Armour.
Under Armour. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Very cool. All right, where would you put that?
Probably number 3. It's not really an everyday thing for me.
Number 3. Okay.
So it'd be Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, and then
Yes.
the Under Armour compression shirts.
Perfect. So the one I'll be doing next is a brand. Whoa, that scared the heck out of me. Sorry. The one I'll be doing next is a brand called Two Left Feet, and they make like, I guess you could say like novelty underwear in terms of like the patterns and whatnot. They sell socks as well. Sometimes they have a pack of sock and underwear, same pattern. I have only one pair of. It's not even a pair. It's just a single piece of underwear from them. I have rubber duckies on them. They're blue and yellow.
Oh,
I
that's
would
cute.
say, yeah, they're super cute. I match with my girlfriend. So cute. I think they might honestly be one of my favorite pair of underwear, simply because the material, it's like, how do I describe it? It's not like spandex, but it's very spandexy in terms of the stretchiness. Okay, so imagine like yoga pant or compression short spandex material, but not as tight and a little fuzzy instead of fabricy. That's just like, fabric
That's
fuzz, not
pretty
like
comfortable.
blanket fuzz. Yeah, it's super comfortable. Very nice, breathable, I guess. Hugs everything good, and I like ducks, so it all works out perfectly. So I'd say these are probably my number one. I would get more, but they're kind of expensive since they're a novelty thing. So maybe one day, but for now I just have these singular underwear. So for me, Two Left Feet, Hanes, and then Fruit of the Loom.
Ah, nice.
Yes. Okay, well, speaking of favorite underwear, this directly correlates with the next topic that we're talking about. Favorite underwear. What's your favorite underwear?
I really had to say probably something along the lines of a silk one I've had since 1987.
Sick.
No, I'm joking.
That sounds awesome. I'm sure that smells wonderful. Damn.
Yeah, of course. I never washed it once.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
The next topic is favorite anime. What do you have, like any one anime you would put out as like, hey, this is the top down number one favorite?
Yeah, either it's a tie between Eromanga Sensei or Baku no Pico.
Okay, some high class
I'm kidding.
stuff.
yeah, sure. Really upper echelon anime.
Yeah.
I have unfortunately not watched as much as I'd like to, but I have watched enough to say that I do have one favorite, and I have a lot of close underneaths. I would say my favorite anime is probably Dead Man Wonderland.
I never watched it. Didn't look
Oh.
good to me.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, you got to give it a shot.
Perhaps. So what was the studio for that one?
Oh, damn. Let me look. Dead Man Wonderland Studio. I have one of the manga books as well. Just the first chapter or whatever. The first book.
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance to finish reading it. The manga, of course, goes beyond the show. Okay. I can't find out. Let's see. I don't know. So why don't you tell people yours as
I'm about to pull it up.
Oh, actually, okay. So according to IMDb, it says the production companies are DN Dream Partners and Kadokawa Pictures.
So the studio is Manglobe.
For what?
For Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that. So
Oh, could be did do a few different shows that I have seen and liked before. Interesting.
okay. Yeah, give this show a shot. It's really cool. Quick synopsis. This kid gets framed for a crime that he didn't commit and gets thrown into this wacky prison. And this prison is also a game show where they put the contestants... No, it's not Squid Game. Where they put the contestants through, like, these weird trials and tribulations.
Oh, you mean like
but
Squid Games?
Shut the hell up. But all of the contestants, including the main characters, have this weird superpower. Each one is different, and it all involves their blood. So if you use the power too much, you die. Really interesting. Really cool show. I wish the anime went on longer because there's a lot more that they didn't cover, but it was really it was like the only show I can think of in recent memory that like I willingly woke up early. And if you know me, I detest waking up early. It's against everything I stand for. It's the only show I willingly decided to wake up early for and like binge. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. What about you?
So I don't know if I have any one anime that I would say is like the clear standout overall number one favorite. I mean, I just watched so many. It's kind of hard for me to just be like, oh, this one hit the spot in my heart.
Yeah.
It's the number one favorite for this reason or that.
Yeah.
So I'll list off like some anime that I would say are pretty close. Definitely in the... I probably would have more than 10 in my top 10. Just because I never sat and like officially made a official top 10.
Yeah.
But I would consider, at least at the time, was speaking it to be in my top 10. So I guess I'll start with like 2. One is called New Game. It's like a slice of life anime about a group of girls, and they work at a game company, and they make video games. It's just a very cute, lighthearted anime. It was,
Interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Another one is called Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches.
How do you spell that?
Yamada?
Yeah.
Y-A.
Okay.
M-A.
D-A.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Continue.
So that one's about... So there's one protagonist, and it's him, a group of people that eventually end up becoming his friends. But he's like kind of like considered a delinquent. Doesn't really have a whole lot of friends before this happened. But then eventually, through going to this school, him and a bunch of people, they all end up having like a tie to each other. There's like some weird magic that brings them together, and they are working to see like, hey, who are the seven witches? We have to find these people to solve the mystery. And it's about him being the like kind of the main guy that can kind of control the magic and try to solve the mystery. I really enjoyed that one. I don't think a lot of people would really call it the best anime ever. But it, especially at the time when I watched it, it was just something I was looking for. Just had a weird premise, decent animation. Yep. I enjoyed the characters. Nobody was particularly annoying. Yeah, it's can throw off some animes. And it was just I thought worth the time, worth the watch.
Okay.
I don't hear a lot of people talk about it either.
Oh, I've never heard of it. Yeah. So
yeah.
I looked up both of them.
Popular, but
it gets good reviews from what I'm seeing here on Google at least. So I've opened up both of those in a side tab. I will check those out at some point.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning them. They seem like stuff people don't know about, so I'm kind of staying away from some of the obvious, like some of my other obvious favorites, like Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer. I really enjoy those. I'm a pretty big fan into the Fate series.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have any other animes you want to bring up?
I do. I also just want to bring up. I still have it too. Back in 6th grade, Nathan gave me about I don't know, 5 to 6 page back and front little booklet, just from top to bottom on each page of titles of animes that Nathan watched at one point and liked that I would also like.
Well, so I didn't watch all those animes. They were on my list to watch. I think I put the ones I actually watched towards the top because
Gotcha.
I watched them. But I did that because I wanted to keep track of all the anime so I could go and try and watch them because they were recommended to me somewhere.
Sure.
And there wasn't something like my anime list out
At the time.
yet, so I had to manually make the list.
Look at you. You literally, they stole your idea, man.
Yeah, right?
You should sue.
Had to take my idea of a Word document, but then put it onto an actual website format.
Yeah, how could you? Yeah, I still have that list somewhere. I think I know exactly where it is, but I haven't looked at it in a while. I did watch a couple off of it. But to bring up a couple, I do want to bring up, I have I've resumed watching Initial D because I've been trying to finish this show for the last 8 years at this point. I just don't want to finish it. First of all, it is a very long anime. And second of all, I just don't want to finish it. I love it so much. I don't want it to end. So I just haven't, I keep forgetting to finish it, but I'm going to do it. I'm working my way through the 5th season or stage, whatever. There's 6 total. And then I think I still have to catch a couple movies. I forget the watch order. It's so long and convoluted, but incredible show. But what I want to actually talk about real quick is Made in Abyss season 2 just came out I think it started in May, and it's rolling out.
About to finish up. I forget how many episodes it's supposed to be.
It's going to be 12, I think, 12 or 14.
Yeah, so it's almost finished up then.
Yeah, we're waiting for episode 9. I'm all caught up at the moment. And I love Made in Abyss. I love it so much.
It's very good. I still have to watch one of the movies before I can get into the season.
Oh my god, you have to watch that movie. Let me just talk about that real quick. I love the show so much that me and our friend Ben were like, oh man, this movie's not in America, we're never gonna see it. And then I'm like, there's no way it's not in America. So I googled it and I found a showtime. One single showtime on one single day in some small, no-name theater about 3 states away from where I currently reside. And me and him were like, let's go watch it. Let's go. Let's do it. So he flew down. We drove, 4 hours to this movie theater, sat in the theater and watched it. And I have to say, you know that feeling you get when you're really sad or you're crying and your throat closes up and it's hard to swallow or breathe?
I guess a little bit. I don't cry ever, so.
Yeah, okay. So in the second half of the movie, I couldn't breathe. My throat was closed for the entire second half of that movie. If you think the first season is depressing and disgusting, oh my gosh. You have another thing coming when you watch this movie. It's incredible in the best way possible. However, I hate season 2.
You're just not a real fan.
You know what? You're not a real fan. No, I really don't like it. I don't want to go on too long, but it just does not give off the same energy as the first season, and there's a new bunch of characters that they're introducing that I don't care for. Also, the animation looks not as good. I'm kind of
changed the companies, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm very disappointed.
You know something else that changes though?
My underwear.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. So
what's
the next pair that you have?
The next pair I have is a random pair out of Nathan's drawer. I just stole some of his underwear.
He's stealing?
Ooh. No, it's the brand George, which I think used to be a big brand at one point, but now I think I could be wrong. I remember seeing them a lot as a little kid, but now I think it's just solely in Walmart. Maybe I don't know. I only see them in Walmart. But anyway, yeah, I went out and bought these because I couldn't find one of the other pairs we were trying to do. I've never worn their underwear before, so let me derobe
Roll the
and try this. What about you?
Oh, the other brand I have is Joe Boxer.
Yeah, I couldn't find those. That was crazy.
Yeah,
Went on like a scout.
so Joe Boxer is like kind of like a sleepwear brand. They're pretty cheap, high quality, so that's why I really like them. But everything I got from them is really comfortable. I do enjoy.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll let you get a feel for it, so I'll go first. So the Joe Boxer, they're like oddly in between being like compression shirts and like underwear. Like it has like the same compression shirt type of material, but the kind of like Justin's two left feet thing. It's not as tight. I will say it does bunch up a bit, but when it happens, I don't usually notice it. It's kind of weird. Cause like, I know it's happening, but it's not this pleasurable. It doesn't leave a weird feeling.
Okay.
Overall, I really like them. They're pretty breathable too. So.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Where did you find those? In your local store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can find them at all.
Yeah, I couldn't really find them on Amazon either. So.
Yeah. Really, I think the only place to get them was on their website. I called a bunch of stores, went to a bunch of stores. It was weird. Anyway, so George, I don't know if you heard it, but like I audibly went ooh as I put them on. They feel pretty good.
Nice.
They definitely are more closer aligned to like I guess a traditional spandex or compression short material. They're not compression shorts. They just have that feel to them. Very tight, very snug. Good size too. I have some in the same size that are looser. These are definitely tighter. They're good. They feel comfortable. This is the only pair of underwear that it has noticeable wrinkles on it. I've never seen that before. You know, like if you don't iron a shirt. I've never seen that happen before on a pair of underwear.
Yeah, I can't really say I've really seen that too much either.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Otherwise, yeah, these are really good.
Nice.
I'm gonna put them. I want to say number one, but I really, really like the duck underwear. So I'm gonna put this as at a close number two. So two left feet, one. George number two, close to. Number three,
new underwear
Hanes.
brand for Justin.
Yeah, I'm happy with my purchase. Michael Jordan number 3 and Fruit number 4.
So for me, I'd probably go. I don't know, maybe Hanes, Joe Boxer, Fruit, and then Under Armour.
I'm sorry, say that one more time. It cut out for me. I just want to hear you say it.
Hanes, Joe Boxer, Fruit, and then Under Armour.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But you know what is bad?
No.
You.
Fuck.
Yeah, sorry. E3 is still gone. We still don't have an E3. There's still no word of any E3. And it sucks. I miss it. However, there is this thing called Gamescom. It's pretty much exactly like E3, but held in Germany. I don't really know, like, what the difference is. If
probably the location.
Outside of the location, I don't know if there's any difference in terms of what they show and whatnot. It really doesn't seem that different. And I've never really cared or given it thought, not because I dislike it or anything, but just because E3 is a thing, so I've just never cared, because usually they would kind of show the same stuff, but E3 isn't a thing, so I definitely gave it it's my first ever real, like, attention was this one, and there was a lot of interesting announcements. and I'd like to talk about some of them.
What are some of the top announcements for you?
I think the top announcement for me and for probably most people was Dead Island 2 is back from the dead, ironically.
Really, that one?
And it's back, and it has a release date, and it has a gameplay trailer, and it has a CGI trailer. Not only did it, just come back, like they have footage to show, and a release date. It was on a 8-year hiatus, just stuck in development. Hell, it cycled through 3 different developers. I love the first Dead Island. I think I beat it about like 4 or 5 times. I played the sequel. I love Dying Light 1. Also a game I think I've beat 3 or 4 times. I haven't finished Dying Light 2 yet, but still, pretty good game. So I'm very, 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 very excited for Dead Island 2. Relive some good old memories.
Really excited for it as well. Hopefully it's done well.
Yeah, it looks, what we've seen looks cool, but nothing is true anymore. So
Yeah.
gotta keep my tinfoil hat on. But so far, what exists out there looks pretty cool. It's gonna have co-op. I mean, it looks the same as every other open world zombie game, but I don't care. I literally could play every single cookie cutter open world zombie game, and I'll never get bored. They're just so much fun. I love them. So I am very excited. And I guess to out myself as a psycho, my favorite memory of Dead Island 1, because that was also a game that had a very interesting development cycle. Very similar to this game, too. Very similar. It disappeared, and then it came back. I remember when I finally got my hands on the game, because that was a game I was following for a long time, and I step out of the very first house you spawn in, you pick up like a wooden oar that's in the sand, and you just smack a zombie with it, and immediately after I picked up that oar and cracked that wood on that guy's head, the inner psycho in me was like, oh my god, this is incredible. It felt incredible just landing that shot. It was good. The combat felt great, and I was hooked from that moment forward. So that's my first one I want to talk about. Anything you want to move on to?
Well, I think it's at least worth to mention the Hogwarts game thing. Hey, I think a lot of people were looking forward to that one. A lot of people want to play it, give it a try.
Are you gonna play it?
I'm sure I'll play it eventually. Now I've seen all the Harry Potters. I've read the first book.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just the first book. I'm not. No.
Sure.
But I look forward to it. My family enjoys Harry Potter, so.
Okay. It looks interesting. Yeah. I don't care for Harry Potter. Oh no, how could I? I've seen them all, and they're fine. I don't ever plan on seeing them again. It's just not something I'm super into. I don't think I'm gonna buy it, but if I have a chance to play it, I'd definitely like to at least give it a shot. That's for sure, because nothing's been done like this before. So,
looks interesting.
I would like to give it a shot. One that I know you're looking forward to, that I finally got to see gameplay of, and I still don't know how I feel about it, but I would like to give it a shot, is High on Life.
Oh, yes. I was going to bring that up, too. We finally got gameplay of it.
Yeah. That's from the dude that made...
Rick and Morty.
Highest IQ show.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. All the guns are, like, organic creatures and, like, talk to you and have personalities.
Yeah,
and
that's,
whatnot.
like, I guess one of the big selling points. I hope they have a good amount of voice lines, otherwise you'll end up like most games where it's like, wow, this thing just says the same 3 things to me all the time.
Yeah, that would
yeah. But I don't need the same 3 lines Rick and Morty style repeated to me.
I know.
That would be a pretty big killer of the game, I would say.
Yeah, please don't. I guess I'll move on to the next one. I think I brought this up during our fake E3 episode. Callisto Protocol. Got to see gameplay of that. It looks juicy. Very Dead Space-like, which of course makes sense because it's made by ex-Dead Space devs. I'm so excited. I need more Dead Space in my life. That looks cool. Sonic Frontiers released a
Cool.
little bit more gameplay outside of the awful, terrible gameplay reveal it had a couple months ago.
Yep.
And this new set of gameplay they released looks fine. It looks better than what was released.
I mean, I just want the game to be good. I'm not even
Yeah.
a huge Sonic fan, I would say, but I think an open world Sonic game could be pretty sick.
It can be. I've played fan games that were open world, and they're incredible. So I don't know why. I do know why, because they're kind of incompetent. But I would like Sonic Team to actually be able to make a proper open world Sonic game. It has potential, but we shall see. Another thing I'm looking forward to is the Outlast Trials. I don't know if it's PvP or co-op, but it's an Outlast game, but with multiplayer. I don't know if you're competing with each other or you're cooperating with each other. I don't even know what the game is. I just know that I like horror games. Huh?
Isn't it Outlast?
Yeah, it's Outlast, but I don't know like what you'll be doing, is what I mean.
Probably outlasting something.
I don't think so. That would be ridiculous. Why would they do that? Are you kidding me? That's a PR nightmare. You can't do that.
Perhaps.
I like horror games, and I like horror games when they're multiplayer. So I'm excited for something, whatever it is. What about you? Anything else?
So one game that I saw that kind of surprised me for getting in game was Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting that.
Yeah, for those who don't know, that's like a 80s movie, I think, about these
Clowns from Outer
like
Space?
space clowns coming to Earth and killing people.
I've never seen it.
I saw it. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a good movie. It's fairly like ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I also won't say it's not worth watching for as bad as it is. 'Cause it's not like it's one of those movies that's like, oh, this is so bad, but like with a good group of people, it's actually fairly enjoyable. For the watch.
Yeah.
Because I still really wasn't expecting to see the game come out for it, so I'm fairly interested to see how that is going to work out.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Yeah, and it's going to be like a asymmetric type game where, people play as the clowns, people play as people not trying to get killed by the clowns. So it could be fun.
It'll be interesting.
I guess a couple more things I'll touch base. There's one game they showed that they just showed a teaser trailer with like no gameplay, so I don't really know what it is, but it looks interesting. It's called The Finals. I don't really know what else to say. I think it's made by some ex-Battlefield devs, and it's some sort of first-person shooter with destructible environments. So
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. What else? There was something else. Let me see. There's a theme park game coming out.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, it's called
pretty okay.
Beyond or Park Beyond. Yeah, it looked alright. I like a good theme park game.
Somebody's gonna enjoy that game.
Yeah. There's another shooter called Marauders, which I think is going to be free to play, and I also think is made by ex-Battlefield devs. And it looks like kind of like that game we played, The Circle. I think it's going to be like a Tarkov type game, but in space.
That's true. Oh yeah, I did not hear about that as well.
Yeah, another one. They didn't show gameplay for whatever reason, but there is gameplay on the Steam page. It's called Friends vs. Friends. And I talked about this game called Neon White a couple episodes ago, where it's a first-person speedrunning game, and you pick up cards, and you build a deck, and the cards are also the guns. It kind of takes the same concept, except now you're fighting other people. So it's a deck-building first-person shooter. You pick up cards, they're guns, and you swap through your deck, and you can probably discard your cards, and stuff probably happens. I don't know all the details, but interesting concept. I'd like to give it a shot. Otherwise, damn, I'd love to dedicate more time to this, but I'll just mention it briefly. I don't know if it was showed at Gamescom, but Sega has been like touting for the last couple of months their super game that they've spent like $600 million or some ridiculous amount of money on. And they released the trailer for it, at least we're theorizing that the trailer for the game I'm about to talk about is their super game because it matches up with the time frame. It's this first-person shooter called Hyenas, and I don't think they released gameplay, but holy shit, man. Wow. The reveal trailer is the embodiment of, like, how do you do, fellow kids? It's bad. Like, it's the most soulless corporate, give me your money, haha, I'm a kid too, type vibe I've felt in a long time. And clearly other people agree. Oh my god, bro. The trailer, at least the trailer on GameSpot, which I think might be... I think they only released it on one YouTube channel for some reason. It came out in June. It only has 64,000 views, but it has 8.1 thousand dislikes and 960 likes. It looks like it could genuinely be an interesting experience, but it's so shrouded in corporate, how do you do, fellow children? Give me your money. Zoomer colors and language just makes me sick. I don't want to give them my money. If I could play it for free, I'll try it. I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I look forward to these things, and hopefully E3 comes back. And if not, it looks like I will be changing my bucket list to go to Gamescom instead of go to E3, because I want to go to one of these things real bad.
So yeah, Hyenas looks. I don't know. I'll see what happens when I play it. Other than that, I think we're done for the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. I just soiled one of my pair of underwear, but I'm really glad I bought a whole bunch more.
That's where the yellow color comes from, Justin.
You're saying my poop is yellow?
It could be.
Cool.
I won't judge you for that.
Thank you. You're such a kind friend. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's everything. We'll just do final ranking one more time. For me was Two Left Feet, George, Haynes, and Fruit of the Loom, and Nathan was
Haynes, Shirt Boxer, Fruit of the Loom, and Under Armour.
Unfortunately, none of these I could say had, like, none of them were cheap. They're all kind of
it was kind of expensive.
Yeah. So, keep that in mind.
Hey, like we mentioned earlier, they do seem to just last a while.
Forever.
Yeah.
So I get it. Twitter, follow us at Whole Lotta PC. We have one follower outside of myself, so do it, please. Want to talk to people. Otherwise, yeah, my YouTube channel, same thing, Super Sealman 777. Look it up. Why not? That's it.
Yeah, we'll see you guys at the next episode.
Yeah, maybe the next episode will be best butt hair removal. What do you say?